Hi paper lovers, it's Sarah, and it's time for another Shape Card Sunday challenge over on my blog. I'll put a link down in the bottom so you can play along or just stop by and see some great shape cards that people make. I love making shape cards, so I decided to do this challenge over on my blog every other Sunday. Right now it's just for fun, but I'm hoping someday to, if we get enough participation, to maybe do some prizes. So if you've been following me long enough, you know that I love to make scene cards. So I've decided this week to make a scene shape card. My theme this week is scene shape card. It's a little bit more of a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. And I'll show you a way that you can do it that's a little different if you're intimidated by it. So my camera does not film my gypsy very well, so I can't really show you on the screen what I did, but I'm hoping I can explain it well enough. So pretend this is my gypsy screen, and I'll kind of go through what I've done. Okay, this bottom layer here is from the Paper Doll Dress Up cartridge, and it is on page 79, and it's this right here. And this is going to look like a bank of snow. And I went in, I don't know if you can see the little tick marks that the Cricut makes. I went in and hid all those because I just wanted a flat surface. And I needed that to be a very specific size because I wanted the height a little bit higher so that you have more room on the inside to write. So I tweaked the sizes a little bit, and you can turn off the link that links your width and your height together. You can turn that off and your real dial size so that you can make it any height or any width you want. So the width is actually 5.6 and the height is 1.75. Then I took the dog from Create a Critter and I moved it on to my little snowbank. And that dog is on page 35. And I sized him at 2.5. And then I took two trees from the Doodle Charms cartridge and kind of moved them down onto the snow where I wanted them. The larger one is 2.75 and this one is 2.5. So after I got my 4 images exactly where I wanted them on the snow, I grouped them all together and then I welded them together. And then I took that layer and I copied it on top of each other, and then I flipped it and moved it up on my mat so that, you know, it's upside down. And when I got it right to where I wanted, and I welded it together, and that's how I got the shape with all 4 images making a shape card. So that's just my little sample. I hope that made sense. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube on how to weld with the gypsy, so you can, or Cricut Craft Room if you have that, if you use that, so that, I just can't film my gypsy very well, so I don't like to do it because it's really blurry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with assembling our card. I went ahead and made another one of these layers with have my 4 images, and that's going to go on top, on top of my shape card so that the tops of the part will show. So I'm going to build this and then we'll add it to our card. Okay, so here's my adorable little doggy from Create a Critter, and I'm going to go ahead and stick him down. And I just stuck with the colors in the book. Thought pretty easy. And this is going to be a Christmas card. Okay, now I have those little trees that I'm going to add. And I actually, these are the 2 that are going to go right here, and then I cut a third one, and it's 1.75, and it's going to go right down here. But I just want to tell you a little bit about what I did to the trees. Before I adhered the green layer down, I wrapped this Christmas twist baker's twine, and this can be purchased on the Scrappy Mom's blog. And then I added some of these silver balls. These are from Michael's, the Recollection brand, just to decorate my tree a little bit. And I did realize that I do have this snowbank, and I made my trees green with no snow. So I'm going to try to add something to hopefully make it look like the trees have some snow on them, but if it doesn't bother you, you can leave it. Or cut them out in white, or just add some white to it, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 3 decorated trees. Yeah, that's cute. Alright, so there's that. Now I did want to add a little hat to my doggy, and I got that hat from Doodle Charms, and let me check the size real quick. I forgot to write that down. It's at 2.25. And I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the top of my doggy's head. And then stick his little hat down. Cute. Okay, let me grab a glue dot because I have a little pom-pom. And these pom-poms I got at Michael's last year when all the Christmas stuff was on clearance, and I believe it was even 75% off. And it's a bag of all different sizes. I love it. So this one's white and it has silver flecks in it. And this little pom-pom. You know, before I adhere my pom-pom, I have a little bow that I tied out of that same Christmas twist baker's twine. I'm going to stick to his hat first. Pom-pom is really stuck to my finger. Aw, cute. I really like how that looks. And then one more thing I was going to add, well, a couple more things actually. I'm going to add some of these silver balls to my doggy's neck, like he has a little collar. Cute. I'm trying to make it look like it's dangling a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card. So here's my card base. I cut it out in white, and I really should have scored it first. I just tried to fold it, and this cardstock's pretty thick, so it did bunch up a little bit, but you won't really see it after I get the card down. But with Paper Tray Inks cardstock, you really do need to score it. I was just being lazy. I'm going to put the adhesive on my card base. That way I don't, if I put it on here, sometimes I forget, and I will put adhesive where you don't need it, and it'll show through. Lines up pretty good. You can see a little bit of white back there, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think this video is pretty long. I'm going to go ahead and add some glitter stickles to his hat. And then I have this frosted lace stickles, which has a little bit of glitter in it, but it's more white. And I'm just going to try to add a little bit to the tree to make it look like the trees have snow on it. So I will go ahead and do that, and you can see the... oh, my sentiment, shoot. And I'll add my sentiment, and then you can see the finished card when I come back. Okay, I'm back. I did want to show you that this card will fit in an A2 size envelope, regular envelope. Just have to be careful where you place your sentiment. I kind of moved the sentiment around a lot and decided right there was the best. But that Here Comes Santa Paws, super cute. It's from the brand new Scrappy Mom set, Critter Crazy. And this has a couple Christmas sentiments on it, as well as some other great punny critter sayings. So I'm going to try to show you if you could see, I don't know if you can see the glitter that I added to the hat, and then I added that frosted lace to the trees to make it look like there's snow. And I forgot I wanted to show you, if you didn't want to make this card into the actual shape card, if you just did this top layer, you can add it to a smaller card base. This is 5.5 by 4, and then I just scored it down the middle at 2. You could just add this to the card base like that, and then you would just have a regular, more of a traditional size card on the inside where you could write your sentiment, and you'll still get the look of the shape of it kind of popping up off the card. So that would be cool too. So that's just another option. So like I said, I'll put a link down in the bottom to my blog, and I hope you can play along in the challenge. If not, just stop by and check out what others are making. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and have a blessed day.